I went to... How do I start this? It's been so long, I've completely forgotten how to, like, start talking about the topic that I wanted to talk about. I guess I'll just... start from the beginning, but... fuck it. I went to Six Flags on Wednesday. Not last Wednesday, the Wednesday before that Wednesday. I think. I don't know. I've completely lost track of time. My aunt and uncle asked me if I wanted to go with them and my two cousins to Six Flags. Now, I didn't want to be a dick, but I also didn't want to go because, like, it was a long-ass day, and not just that, but also, like, I was really, really stressed on that day in particular. It would be fun on any other day, but when I'm on the verge of having a panic attack, no, it's not fun. Now, that being said, there was actually a concert playing at Six Flags on Wednesday, and I figured, okay, you know what? To not be a dick, I'll go there, but I'm not gonna do the, full day at Six Flags. Now, of course, the concert wasn't particularly my taste in music, it was Skillet.
Alright, so I looked it up and it turns out that the lead singer is actually a massive pile of shit. So, not unexpected considering how much my conservative family loves Skillet.
Which is like a rock band, but I don't... God damn, my hair is fucking long. Let me be honest, I know nothing about, like, rock music. A lot of my fans keep telling me that I should listen to, like, rock. Different kinds of rock, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't know, rock's just never been my thing. I like loud music, but for some reason, rock just hasn't interested me. Apparently my dad liked Skillet, though. But my dad was a pedophile, so it doesn't matter what he likes. I decided to go anyways, because why not? It may not be my taste in music, but summer has been so boring. I've done nothing but waste and rot away all summer. So, hey, I'll get out of the house and at least do something. So my uncle told me that he'd pick me up later in the day and we'd go to Six Flags, which is like... Here's the thing, okay? Six Flags is a few hours away from my house. I don't live very close to it. So I had to ride in the car with him, which is something I didn't account for, and he listens to fucking country music. And I didn't want to be sat in the car with country music the entire way. So I said, okay, fine. I'll just take my phone and earbuds, and I'll listen to my music instead. What I didn't account for was the fact that my grandparents still have the fucking parental controls on my phone. So I was able to listen to it on the way there, but the drive home started at midnight. And my phone locks up at 11 p.m. My grandparents are texting me. They're hold on. Okay, just a quick side tangent real quick because it came up. Whoever the fuck decided that the notification sound should play when your phone gives you fucking advertisements should be shot. Back to the story. After having a fucking mental breakdown on the bathroom floor, my uncle came to pick me up. We drove there. There's not much to say. We got pizza on the way, but we didn't eat the pizza there for some reason. We brought it to Six Flags. Well, it was to meet up with everybody who was already at Six Flags. So instead of eating at a table like a normal person, we all just ate in the fucking trunk of the van. And we didn't have plates either. We just kind of like held the pizza up on our hands. And, yeah, whatever. It's fine. There was chicken pizza. And my uncle fed one of the birds that was circling us the chicken. So, all the people that were there, my felon uncle, the cousin that got mad about my proposal to the Eye of Sauron, my cousin that makes fantastic poetry. And then, the last person that was there, well, actually, no, there was this one girl from, like, Wisconsin, I think. Was it Wisconsin, or was it, like, fucking, I don't know. I'm gonna say they're from Wisconsin. And if they're not from Wisconsin, cool, you're from Wisconsin now, bitch. And then, my one aunt, who I, like, made that one joke about her being cute in my, crazy-ass mom video. Now, I do like my aunt. She's kind of cute. But she is my family, so I gotta not say that. And then, what do you know? Fucking, that becomes my most viewed video. So now people think I'm incestuous, probably. We ate the pizza. We got inside. The first sign that I had made a mistake. There was a truck in the parking lot that we parked, like, right next to that had a bunch of really, like, cringy, fucking conservative shit on it. Stickers. There was one sticker, the only sticker I could make out was only gay cops pull me over. We get inside, and what do you know, Skillet's not playing. Now, of course, even if we had, you know, not even listened to Skillet and it was just some other band, I wouldn't complain. I don't really like any of the music that was playing there. I don't really like any of the music that was playing there. It was all rock, right? But it was, like, mediocre rock. So it was more like Pebble. When we got there, the band that was playing was fucking... not Skillet, it was called Pillar. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of, like, artists that I listen to with odd names, but what the fuck you mean Pillar? They spent more time giving, like, a whole-ass Sunday school sermon in between songs than they did actually singing songs, which, now that I think of it, the songs sucked anyways. I could just tell that I had walked into a really bad, situation, judging by the overwhelming amount of MAGA hats and big red sweaty guys.
You did not just edit a mega hat onto me, you fucking asswipe.
I tried listening to the music. The music was, look, I don't know much about rock, but I do know that, like, when I want to listen to music with an aggressive tone, I don't want the things that they're saying in an aggressive way to be the most, like, goody two-shoes, I read my Bible, I go to Sunday school, I praise God type shit. I'm expecting some cool rebellious shit, not fucking... Yeah, I'm a good kid. To God. So the music pretty much ranged from, like, that type of shit to, clearly country-inspired music that made me want to cut off my nutsack. And then we finally, you know, finished that. Thankfully, I didn't actually have to listen to too much. I only played, like, 3 songs. The 3 songs were annoying, but... Hey. Only 3 thongs. 3 thongs. And that's when I was hit with the news that, oh, right, so apparently, Skillet's not playing until 9 o'clock, and we're not here for any of the other bands, and my uncle just brought me early because he wanted to see those guys play. So that means that in order to pass time, they're all gonna be going on rides. And I had to follow them and go with them and do all this and all of that. But I didn't exactly want to go on the big-ass roller coasters because, like I said, I was stressed all day and I didn't need anything to really, like, push me over the edge and give me a panic attack. So I went with my aunt and my little cousin, who are pussies, to go on the pussy rides for pussies and do pussy-related shit. And then I got some emo girl pussy. But I'll talk about that later. So I followed them around, and my aunt let my little cousin decide the ride, and he chose the Scrambler, which is not that bad, you know, it's just you spin around and it spins you in the other direction. It's like, okay, I guess I'll just go on that. You know, it's more interesting than just doing nothing. So we got in line, we got on the ride, and, you know, they call it the Scramble. They should just call it the fucking hydraulic press. Like, if you're riding with more than 2 people, or just more than 1, if there is multiple people in the cart, the person on the end of it, the wrong end of it, will get squished by the other 2 people. And then we got off, I was feeling like the fucking bottom half of a sandwich, and my cousin was like, I want to go on it again. So we went on it again. What do you know? Now I'm even flatter. So I got off, even flatter than before, and my cousin's like, we should ride on it again. He's one of those, okay? He's one of those young kids that do everything to annoy the older kid, and then the parents are like, oh yeah, that's fine. So we're waiting in line, and then this one girl, this emo girl, is in the fence area, fucking, you know. And she comes up, like, I notice her and I'm like, oh, an emo girl, cool. Because, you know, that's just what plays in my head every single time. Every time I've ever seen an emo girl in public, I've just said internally, ooh, an emo girl, cool. Back to the story. Oh, an emo girl, cool. And then she started coming up to me. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Did I accidentally make eye contact? What is this? And she starts talking like, oh, this is gonna sound weird, but... And then my stress goes through the roof, because I'm scared that, like, this person might actually know my channel. So, after, you know, I'm stressed as fuck, or... Sorry if my tone just completely changed, like, between cuts there. I just spent another, 5 minutes fiddling with my fucking hair. Also, I have no idea where I was, what the last thing I said before my last cut. Maybe that was a horrible transition into the next sentence. I don't know. I completely forgot. I got so sidetracked. Excuse me. Anyways. The girl, she comes up. She says, hey, ride with me. Ride me. What? Like I said, she came up and said, this is gonna sound weird, and I was scared that this was somebody who knew about my channel, and thankfully it wasn't. It was just a random emo girl coming up to me and saying, hey, can you ride with me? I'm too scared to ride alone. Why me? Why would you ride with me? There are people up front. Why are you asking somebody all the way in the back? You know, she wants me to, like, cut in line to come ride with her. But it's clear that she wants a taste of this, because I look delicious, you know, in the same way a pancake would, because I'm still fucking flat from the last 2 times riding this damn ride. I don't even like, well, I mean, I guess I like pancakes, but waffles are so much better than pancakes. But I also don't have abs, so I couldn't be a waffle. I said yes, obviously, because this is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. What are the odds, okay? You're at fucking Six Flags, and a fucking emo girl comes up to you and asks to ride with you. I have the pictures. No, I don't. Not yet. My aunt has the pictures that she took, but I was unable to fucking get them because my phone was locked up by the time she tried to send it. I get on the ride and sit on the receiving end of being squashed, because this time I don't mind that much. I mean, come on now. You know, anybody, I would have paid to get... Okay, I'll shut up. Let me just say, okay, you don't realize how long it takes for the ride to start until you're in a really awkward situation. And now we're just kind of sitting here. I'm waiting for her to say something. She's probably waiting for me to say something. My aunt's getting out her phone to send pictures to my uncle, and they can laugh and make the absolutely predictable jokes of, hey, you guys should get the number. You guys look so good together. You guys should get married. You guys should fuck. And then she actually starts talking, and she says, I should probably be saying something. Not me. She doesn't say that I should be saying something. She says she should probably be saying something. But, she, you know, she wasn't expecting to get this far. Which, I mean, yeah, usually if you ask somebody to, you know, ride with them on a ride, a complete total stranger, they're probably gonna shoot you or something. I don't know why shooting is the first thing that came to my mind. That's unlikely. You're not gonna get shot for asking someone to ride with you, but, like, they'd probably say no. I remember, I said, like, I'd already been on this ride twice. This is my 3rd time going on this fuck-ass ride. I asked her how long she'd been there. Like, what other rides did she go on? Because she was scared to go on this ride. Like, what... what other rides would she go on if this ride, which is like the least scary ride in the entire park, is too scary for her? She said she went on like those spinny swings that go in circles, which makes sense, as she had only been there for like an hour, because she was also only there for the Skillet concert. And then the ride started, and we did our ride-related things, such as like, fucking spinning. I don't know. I'm not a good storyteller. You know how much I edit out of these videos? I see my aunt, she's... Well, I thought she was recording. She was just taking pictures like a dumbass. It's like, record it. Record it. You can't take pictures. I don't know what it is with adults and being so against recording videos over pictures. Like, obviously, don't record everything, you know? Pictures are useful in some cases. You can take some pictures of us, like, when we're still, but when we're moving and spinning and you can't get a clear shot, fucking record. I get crushed, and then she apologizes, like, yeah, sorry for crushing you. I'm not trying to squish you. And I'm like, oh no, please do it more. Nah, I'm already, like, as flat as I can possibly be. It doesn't matter. If you end up killing me or something, you can just, like, hide the evidence in a paper shredder. So after the ride's over, we get off. I ask my aunt for the video, and she's like, I took pictures, dumbass. I'm like, fuck you. So that happened. I watched my aunt and cousin ride on the ride because, you know, like I said, I cut ahead of them to ride with this girl. And I had such a stupid smile on my face. Not that I had a crush or anything. It's just like, did that really just happen? Did an emo girl actually just come up to me and fucking ask to ride with them? What are the odds? After that, we went on the bumper cars. I was hoping that maybe, like, since the emo girl, you know, is scared of all the rides, she'd probably go on to, you know, the bumper cars, because it's not a scary ride. She didn't, though. I didn't see her again after that, so unfortunate. And after going on the bumper cars, we went on the scrambler a fourth time. And then I got a slushie. Because my grandparents gave me $15. And that was just enough to buy a fucking slushie. Which, by the way, overpriced as fuck. Okay, I could pay $15 and probably get a meal at, like, a fast food joint. Rather than, you know, $15 for a single slushie here, you greedy pricks. And I'm pretty sure I'm not paying for the slushie. I was actually paying for, like, the big-ass cup. Hold on. Bro, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This thing's got more curves than that fucking emo girl. I'm not saying she was curveless. I'm saying this cup, dude, is all wonky. It sucks for actually drinking from, though. It's not a very good drinking cup. It just looks cool. I actually got two because they bought one with their own money and said that they were gonna throw it out, and I was like, nah, give me that. I want... Why am I out of breath from running up the stairs? I am so, like, useless. After that, we headed to the concert. But Skillet wasn't playing just yet. So we had to sit here and wait for this one guy to do this whole ass Sunday school sermon, because I know I keep saying they're doing Sunday school. Dude, literally, there's a concert that has multiple people playing, but every single person is just saying the exact same thing with the exact same type of music. There is no fucking variety at that concert. It's literally one long ass, like, church service. Day-long church service, but with loud music that thinks it's cool. This dude, you know, goes on this long-ass, like, rant about how God saved his life, blah, blah. We've all heard it. And then he says, oh, and by the way, I'm gonna, like, count down from 30, and everybody that can run up to the stage and get as close to me as possible. And then he starts counting down from 30, making a big deal. Then he gets down to 2 and is like, actually, fuck that. I'm gonna sit here for 15 whole minutes waiting for as many people as possible to run up to the stage and start praying with me. It's like, I just wanna, And then while that's happening, some random woman I'd never heard of, like, who doesn't even make rock music, just kind of comes up and is like, starts singing, and the music's generic. And then, after that absolute, like, schizophrenic episode on stage is over, I think Skillet's coming up. And, you know, I never thought I would be so excited for Skillet. But after the absolute whiplash of insanity that occurred right before Skillet, okay, that I'm about to talk about, the complete whiplash, okay? Sorry, my oh my gosh, now my tablet's lagging. Is this cause I just filled up my storage with, like, that big-ass video? Oh, fuck you! Alright, I just deleted a shit ton of games that I don't play, and now I have 30 minutes left to record. Why is it lagging?!
So, I didn't just delete games, I also ended up deleting a really personal and important video to me, thinking that I had a backup, and then I didn't. And I didn't realize until I checked my computer while editing that I didn't have the backup for that video. So that's great. I'm so happy that I just fuck everything up.
What was I talking? I was talking about that. Okay. Like I said, I got hit with the craziest shit I've ever seen, okay? So crazy that I was actually happy that Skillet was on. I never thought I would be excited for fucking Skillet, but I was after what happened, okay? So this one guy comes up on stage to talk about his life story. This dude comes up to talk about how God changed his life. And it's like, it's fine if you find comfort in that. Good for you. But that's not what this was. This was fucking insane. Okay? He starts with pornography. He starts with talking about how he was first introduced to pornography when he was a really young child at like 8 years old or some shit. Which is, yeah, like, yeah, you know, that sucks. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry you had to see that. And it fucked him up, and that's unfortunate. And he got engaged to his wife and was still watching pornography even then, and that's kind of fucked up, but I get it, you know? Porn is a serious addiction and all of that. And then the next thing this motherfucker says. So, one night, I decided to pay for someone being trafficked. While engaged, by the way. This motherfucker is just up on stage and admits to that. What? One day, you know, I really wanted to quench that thirst, that fucking urge. So I went online and I fucking bought another human being to fuck them without consent. And I felt like a total dirtbag. Duh. Want to know why you felt like a total dirtbag? Bitch, you can connect the dots yourself. And then he starts talking about how, like, I got a therapist, we fixed things up, you know, I was no longer watching pornography, and then me and my girlfriend, not girlfriend, my fucking wife, that I cheated on, with somebody being trafficked. We started having children, and I really, really wanted a daughter. And I kept on having kids. I had like 4 fucking kids in hopes for a daughter, and they were all sons. And every single time I got a son, it felt like God was punishing me. Dude! That is such a bad thing to say to your fucking, about your son. And then this dude's like, it feels like God doesn't trust me with a daughter after what I did to a woman previously. It's like, oh, so that's what you're thinking of? Bitch, what? Like, this is just getting more and more and more insane. And then he talks about how he finally had his daughter. And it was then that I felt God's forgiveness. And then he closes it off with saying, I really want to pray for that woman that I fucked without consent. And I want her to know that she is worth way more than I paid for her. Christians are a whole nother species! What the fuck? Bro, I'm hyperventilating. Oh, man. Dude, I'm lightheaded. This shit just completely took me by surprise. And then everybody finished off with the crowd clapping. Everybody clapped. And that was the first time that I truly felt like I was in a dream while being awake. That was the first time I truly felt like I had just stepped into a completely new dimension. And then Skillet came up. And I was just like, thank fuck. So how was Skillet? I don't know. I don't care that much. It was whatever. Pretty much just like, you know, pebble music. Like I said earlier. Pretty much the only thing that they actually said the entire time, like, I'm pretty sure they said the main singer of Skillet shouted, "We are Skillet!" like 5 times. Like, the first song ends and he's like, "We are Skillet!" And then the next song ends and it's like, "We are Skillet!" And then the third song ends, it's like, "We are Skillet!" I get it. There was one part where he starts talking about how he's fed up with teenagers dying because of, you know, mental health issues. And for a second, I thought he was going to be genuine, and then the next thing was like, so we need to help them. We need to save them by teaching them the power of God's love. Faggot, we're in America. Everybody knows who God is here. I know that the title of this video is about the time, like, is like about the emo girl and shit. And I did talk about that, but this video is more so just a whole rundown of my day at Six Flags with a bunch of MAGA assholes. That's pretty much what this video is. Dude, I don't even know. Not much happened after that, you know. I just listened to the music, and we went home afterwards. And I decided to ride with my aunt this time. Not because she's cute! That was the time I went to Six Flags, and an emo girl asked me to ride with her. And also a lot of other shit happened. I hope you enjoyed. Or not. Yeah, I hope you didn't enjoy, bitch. It was nice getting back, like, on the channel, though, and just talking for the first time in a while. I would like to say, though, things may not go very well on the 13th. I don't know, like, this could be my last upload if things go really bad. But I'm gonna try and, like, continue as much as I can. Love you guys. Anything you want to say to end off the video?
You think I'm just forgetting about you editing a MAGA hat onto me, you absolute fucking piece of shit asshole? I will hunt you and all your viewers down the second I find out how to escape this rope. How the fuck do you even have a rope that can contain an otherworldly being like me? This doesn't make any